Man, what I would tell you is just set your schedule. And I know that sounds cliche, but so many people get pulled in so many different directions and do so many different things that when you just set your schedule and stick to it, you're going to be really, really efficient. And you're not going to walk out at the end of the day and go, oh, that one got away from me.
Hey there, business enthusiasts. Welcome to the Chills Podcast, brought to you by All Weather Roof. Because just like a sturdy roof, our conversations are built to last. I'm your host, Brent Widman, and we're about to dive into the world of business, family, and the moments that give us those exhilarating chills. Ever wonder what keeps successful people inspired? Well, get ready to find out as we chat with some fantastic all-weather customers, partners, vendors, and friends. We'll explore their triumphs, challenges, and maybe even some unexpected secrets. After all, business is not just about numbers. It's about the people behind them. So grab your metaphorical popcorn and join us on this journey. Get ready to be inspired, maybe even get a few chills of your own. This is the Chills Podcast. Let the goosebumps begin. So tell us a little bit about your business. Introduce yourself.
I'm Brent Widman.
All
Let's
right.
start there. My wife and I run Your Limitless Coach. So we do public speaking, training, coaching, development, more so on the leadership aspect. It's more your elite performers to your, so like your top salespeople up to your top level leaders is really what it is, whether it's executives and what have you. So I coach a few execs, people that own companies and what have you. On a day-to-day basis, we do anywhere like this. We do podcasts, we do training, leadership training, development. We do public speaking where, it's a 1 hour, what have you. But it's just, we got to a point a couple years ago is what it was that, and obviously from our conversation already, you understand this, we kind of fell into this monotony of doing the same things all the time. And I'm just not wired to be complacent, if you will, or content. And that's where I started thinking about, is this it? Am I just going to be at this level running this business? Because we were 1099. So you're essentially running your business under an umbrella.
Yeah.
But it got to a point where I wanted to, we wanted to do our own thing. So we just started developing stuff, and I absolutely love it. We kind of the same thing you're talking about, Will. We hired a marketing person just for like on a monthly basis a little bit to do some stuff for us. And now we've brought her on full time. So it's funny you tell the story about him. Same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just to help us out. And
Sure. Do you guys run out of an office, or you start out of your home, or how?
I have worked out of my house since 2013.
Okay.
Yeah. I got to tell you, I absolutely love that too. Cause I'll give you a backstory a little bit.
Sure.
So when I first moved to the cities, I started at Lifetime Fitness in Plymouth.
Okay.
And I was there for about a year and a half. This is 2007, 2008. And you'll see a pattern here. I started chasing the title. So I did good at Lifetime because how do you say this? I work hard. I make phone calls. I really love doing the thing. It's probably from sports.
Yep.
Where you keep chasing it.
Discipline and all that.
Yeah. And then you go from that, and I went to Elk River as a sales director there. And I was there, all these are about a year and a half to 2 years. And I was there for a year and a half. And then I went to Sprint as a district manager. So I had 7 stores in the cities. And then I went to Robert Half International. So I got my MBA along the way and thinking somebody's got to pay me now, right? Because I have an education.
Yep.
And it dawned on me when I went to the company I was at before, Southwestern, that it's the work ethic. It's the way you pour into yourself and the development that you do and letting people in and just conversations and all these different things where before I would push people away and think, I got it all figured out. And we can't get there like that. We just can't. So that's when I started there. I was at Robert Half, like I said, and I saw the description for public speaking, training, coaching, all those things I wanted to be when I grew up. And I was 36 at the time, and it changed my world. It really did. It changed my kids' life. It changed my family's life because I was just hovering through life, really.
Sure.
I felt I was searching for something and couldn't find it. And man, I met my wife there. as well. She was living in New York at the time. Fast forward to about 4 months ago now, January 15th, we ended up starting our own company because we just saw something there that we wanted to develop, something we wanted to do, people we wanted to help.
Mm-hmm.
But we wanted to develop our own stuff, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever the website looked like, or the program looked like, or the keynotes looked like, and all these different things that we could ask people to help us out. But then it was ours, and it brings this new sense of energy or joy. Like, that's what gets you out of bed in the morning. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how was it a little different from the company that you left to start did you kind of develop your own system, or did you have inspiration from books you read or some people that you follow, or?
Oh gosh. So I read I read maybe 15 to 20 books a year, give or take. And then the people you follow. So in my wheelhouse, it's kind of the Robbins, the Ed Milet's, the Goggins of the world.
I was going to say Goggins.
Yeah, because I don't know, it's that run through the wall and figure it out later. And like we talked about, my wife is more all right, let's slow this down and fill this bucket first and then fill this bucket. So it was more filling your roster for coaching and the network that we have built over the years. Because my goal, not goal, but my thing has always been just talk to and meet as many people as humanly possible.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a good person, good things will happen.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
For sure.
And I have to think you kind of live in that same world because you're a good dude, so you can tell.
Yeah.
You know? So,
relationships are everything. And networking is big.
Yeah.
How you're helping people. And that was kind of the basis of why I thought about starting this podcast, is because people will spend thousands to millions of dollars on roofs with us. And then at the end of it, you kind of shake hands and walk away and here's your warranty. But I'm like, wanted to find a way where I could kind of help them or kind of give back. So invite people on the podcast and kind of get their brand and their story out and kind of maybe help their business a little bit, because I'm not gonna be able to spend $1 million with them, that kind of thing,
I love I did a podcast. His name's Kip. I can't remember. Kip Knipple, I think, he runs a recruiting company.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool. You just said almost the same thing he did. It was more of you would do business with somebody and you wanted to keep that relationship. So it helped develop a deeper relationship too at the same time. For me, you just solidified that is what it was, because he said it and now you said it. And that's part of why we started one. Is it's not to go make all the money.
Sure.
It's because you meet so many people that you don't get to hear their whole story, but you want to hear their story because it helps. Selfishly, it helps us.
Yeah.
It motivates us same way. So yeah.
So is it just
Love it.
Is it just you and your wife that run the company right now?
So we have us two right now, and then we have a marketing person, and then we just hired another coach.
Okay.
We're getting to bandwidth issues already that we can't take everybody on, or we have all these other things that we want to do. It's easy to say yes, but when we say yes to coaching somebody, you're saying yes to a year, 2 years. I have people that have been with me, for a long time. So it's saying, that if you say yes to somebody, they're going to be your with you for years and years. So we got to kind of say no at times to fill up.
It's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard.
It's tough because you care.
You do.
And you want to help them for sure.
Yeah. I run into that too, where you'll commit to something just because you don't want to say no. And then it just like you're bogged down, and then it takes longer than you want to get back to them, and then you're like, I get it.
Yeah, it's like, it feels good to commit to it in the moment.
Yeah.
And then the time comes and you're like, all right, now we gotta, because you can't do anything different than you have just because you just embrace it is all it is. So yeah, so it's us two. We have a marketing person, and then and she's kind of our / business coordinator, what have you, but she's a phenomenal at marketing. And she's just, you ever seen the show Suits?
No.
Oh, they're on there. There's a lady called Donna, who is Harvey's assistant, who does everything.
Okay.
She is just like, she thinks before he does. And that's kind of how Danielle is to us. She just thinks before we do stuff.
We have that. They're Lynn, who had met you at the door. Yeah. Keeps us all together.
Oh, you gotta, those people are just, they keep it going. And then we have a fractional CFO as well that we hired. It's one of my wife's friend's husbands, who's a CPA as well. So we have 5 people right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
And another coach, Kristen, who's down in Texas. So
Pretty amazing for starting Jan 15.
I know.
I love it.
It's going really fast,
Yeah.
which people say slow down. I don't want to slow down. I just want to we'll figure it out. That's part of it. You figure it out as you go.
For sure.
Yeah.
But it shows the relationships and the bonds you built back when you were working other places too.
Yeah.
You know? Otherwise, if you were just starting from the ground up, nothing, you wouldn't be where you're at right now.
Gosh, no, not even close. It is and that's something, when you listen to this, the single most important thing that I did when I first started, let's say way back, was I just wanted to build the name Brent Widman. Whether you did business with me or not, I don't care. But the events and when you say networking or just getting in front of people and talking to people, just be a good human and do the lunches and the coffees and the events and all these different things and just meet people and watch what happens. Real good things come from that. So you get it. I'm guessing that's how you've built a lot of this too at the same time. So.
Yeah, exactly. So who's your perfect client?
I have a story for everything. It feels
I like it. I like it.
We just started with a company called Brand Builders, which is like Rory Vaden. If you ever read the book, Take the Stairs. And he's helped people like Lewis Howes and Ed Milet and that kind of thing. So they're helping us build our perfect avatar, if you will. So it's more your executive. And when I say executive, I don't mean, I'm not looking for, take this for what you will, a Jeff Bezos or a Musk or, billions of dollars. More your, whether it's the financial industry, roofing company, people that are in that 5, 10 to probably 100 million, if you will, that are either top level leaders that are C-suite or right under that are running the organization, if you will. So it's like my wheelhouse. I have an architect in Fargo, Jackson, market exec from Morgan, and then even like associate market managers, those types of people that are either up and coming, that next evolution, or they're already there is really what it is. So yeah, because and it's people that are willing to do the things. They don't give a lot of pushback. They need somebody in their corner, because I think at times what I've seen, and maybe this is just for me, because I kind of laid out all the people that I coach, and there's this common denominator that we all put this pressure on ourselves because we want to consistently or constantly get better and do more. And we always wondering, are we the best leader? Are we doing enough? Are we doing enough with our family? Do we have enough balance? It's all the stuff. So those are the people right there that need that person. Yeah.
So are you teaching processes on how to run the business, processes on how to balance family, work life?
It's all of it.
It's all of that.
Like you think so when I started, it was sales coaching. So let's call it goal setting, vision, time management, closing, objections, referrals, all those things. Well, it evolves into the more you read, the more you develop, depending on where you want to be. It's hiring, delegating, holding effective one-on-one, strategic leadership, emotional intelligence, all these things that we need help with as leaders. And then you look at the next level, they've kind of, I don't want to say mastered that, but are really good at a lot of those things. But then it's your executive presence and your crucial conversations and all these things we need help with. But it's also that voice of reason that you can give yourself permission to take a Friday afternoon off and spend time with your friends, or not friends, your family, when you feel like you have to constantly go because you're running organizations of 2, 3, 500 people too at the same time. So yeah.
Well, you said you're a storyteller. Tell a good a story of a good client, like someone that just a good story with somebody you've helped over the years.
So I'll go back to Morgan Stanley. I have a guy out in New York. His name's Nick. And he is he's 42. He's a market exec out there. And he is one of the most driven, humble, but just one of the best people I've ever met, because he cares about so many people around him, but he's consistently looking to get better and asking, and he's not afraid to be vulnerable at times too. And I don't mean like he's bawling in meetings. That's what I mean by vulnerable, but it's asking questions and opening up and asking for help. Like we went out there and spoke a couple weeks ago, and he was the dude in the corner writing everything down. Well, if you as a leader are doing that, what do you think your people are going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And that's part of the stuff we're talking about is your team, whether that's the person you just hired or somebody who's been here for 20 years, 30 years, they're watching you.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to do part of what you do right, but twice what you do wrong. So if you're sitting there not taking notes and you're sitting there not paying attention and you're sitting there just on your phone, what do you think your people are going to do?
Mm-hmm.
And that's having people like that is the people I love to work with, that it's hard at times for them to see what they need to do. Because when you get to a point, you question yourself, am I doing the right things?
Mm-hmm.
But it's having that person there too at the same time to do it. I don't know. That's kind of the story you're looking for, but
Sure.
I don't know. That's the common denominator I see so many times with leaders.
Yeah.
I really do.
How about as far as helping somebody grow? Like when you put your processes in place and you're like, wow, this really helped this person.
Oh man, I look at. Okay, I'll use another Morgan, Anna Height. She's in Ohio. She is just a phenomenal person, and she's been an associate market manager for 20 years with them. And we start putting all these things in place with the people around her and who she's helping and recruiting and developing and all these different things that she had to go get back to what she does best, because she's this attractor, right? Like when people talk to her, they just get better. And then she went to their internal training development to become the next market manager, because you can't just step into that role. They want you to be in it. But it was creating systems like your study group and what are you doing to develop the people around you. So when you have an advisor that's been there 20, 30 years making a couple $1 million, they just want to be happy. But they didn't come to a place, we don't come to a place like this as salespeople that just want to be content. There's something in us that there's a drive. And those are the kinds of things that we put in place for her. And it's just this system of things that builds. Think of it like you have a foundation. Well, you get it. If you're building a roof, right? You can't just start slapping some things on the top of the other roof. You have to break it down and build it back up.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same.
Good analogy. Yeah.
It's the same foundation. And once you do that, they see really how good they are at what they do. It doesn't mean they're preaching it from the rooftops, but there's this quiet confidence that comes from it. And now they stand a little taller and they take on things that maybe they hid from in the past. And that's what starts to happen that you see over time. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't matter where you're at. We all need it.
For sure.
Yeah.
So share a tidbit of advice on entrepreneurship for someone that's in the spot you were in on Jan 14th. The day before you started.
It's scary. And the only reason it's scary, it's because it's the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
If I knew 4 months in that we're going to be fine, which my best advice for that would to be put your all into it. People will tell you not to do it. People will tell you that you have to work 18 hours a day.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell you that you don't have to. I know that sounds funny. But like my schedule, and I'll go right. My schedule is I'm up at 5 every day, and I'm either lifting weights or running. Done at about 6, and then I do my emails and stuff because I don't want to walk into my day feeling behind. And this has been this way for years. I didn't change it when we became an alt because I had the process set in place.
Mm-hmm.
Shower all the stuff, get the kids up at 7, get them off to school, but I'm in my desk by 7:59.
Okay,
but I'm efficient. I'm not texting and emailing things I shouldn't do I'm not doing things that I shouldn't be doing. Obviously, there's times you take a break and whatever else. But man, what I would tell you is just set your schedule. And I know that sounds cliche, but so many people get pulled in so many different directions and do so many different things that when you just set your schedule and stick to it, you're going to be really, really efficient. And you're not going to walk out at the end of the day and go, oh, that one got away from me.
Mm-hmm.
And I walk out at 5, maybe a little before at times. Like yesterday, my daughter had soccer. And it's like, I want to spend time with them because the time you spend there is the reason you do this.
Yes.
And if you're consistently just doing all of this during the day and not giving yourself permission to be present when you're present, what is it worth? And that's the best advice I would say, is continuously develop yourself. Don't make your BS excuses.
Sure.
Just do the things that you don't want to do.
Yep.
And eventually your muscle starts to create, and it just starts to happen. And you do it over and over, just like running.
Mm-hmm.
The first time you ever ran, it was probably hard, but you've done it so many times now, it's just normal. It's just what you do. And how do you feel when you get done running?
Yeah.
Yep.
The high.
Exactly. It's the same thing when you get out at the end of your day. That's what I would tell any entrepreneur. Lean into it, set your calendar, create the muscle, and watch what happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to be fine.
I like it.
Yeah.
How about working with or family dynamic between you and your wife? How's that? Any advice on that?
It's funny. We do a Monday meeting every Monday morning.
Okay.
It's from 9 to 10. And we go through everything that we need to do. Now, we talk about work a lot, obviously, because it's a way of life for us. It just is. We get along really, really well, which I think you get to a point, hopefully in relationships or in your life, that when you find your person, they become your best friend.
Mm-hmm.
And Jenny is clearly by far my best friend.
Yeah.
And we don't really have work. So it was years ago when we were at Southwestern, we kind of combined our teams. And because we had about 25 people on our team is what it was. We combined them because we got married. And so this takes me back to go forward. And my stuff, this is my stuff, not her stuff. And I realized that we take our stuff at times and project it onto other people. And I was hesitant to combine because Jenny is, how do I say this? She grew up in Philadelphia, moved to Florida, and then moved to New York. So you kind of stir that in a pot.
Yeah.
You know what you get? And then you move it to Minnesota. So it's like, so
I know where you're going.
Yeah. So there's that dynamic. But that was my thing. I had to get used to that. I'm not going to change her because I am who I am. I'm Minnesota nice and this delicate flower, right? I'm not going to do that.
Yep.
And I just had to learn to work with it. And once I realized that, it made it really easy.
Okay.
What it did, instead of fighting it, because there's things that she is phenomenal at. And it's development and it's recruiting and it's helping people. And what I mean by development, when we hire people, like that's her wheelhouse. And I'm over here being the face and the sales and all that kind of stuff. So there's this.
It works well.
Yeah, it really does, because you work at making it work well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I like it.
There you go.
So the name of the podcast is The Chills. So
okay,
what in your business gives you like the feel good, like the chills here standing up at the back of your neck, the chills moment?
I don't want this to sound bad, but I love selling.
Yeah,
I do. I love being on the phone. I know that sounds weird, but I love being on the phone. I love going out and getting in front of people. I just love speaking in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
When people look at you and go, wow, this dude actually knows what he's talking about. He's a practitioner first, that he's out doing the deal. He's not asking me to do something.
Okay.
You know what I mean? He's not asking me to do something that he's not necessarily doing. So he's making phone calls and talking to people and building his business and taking the ups and downs, but it's just part of the game is all it is. And I think that's the next is what consistently gives me chills. I'm always looking for the next thing to build upon is really what it is. I just love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously you believe in what you're selling, believe in your product, which helps.
Yeah. When you're convicted, it's really, you work at it.
Yeah.
Put more into it and you want to do it. And it's been years and years. When I first started, it sounds funny. When I first started, I didn't believe in it. Because I thought, why would you need a coach? But that goes back to who I was. Like when I first started, that I pushed people away instead of letting people in. And when you let people in, that's where your life starts to change. And then I think that was the shift in the narrative. It helped change the way I perceived and looked at things. And now I just love it. I absolutely love it because I know it's going to make an impact on them and the people around them. I just know that. And I don't know how to say it.
Sure.
That sound bad, but
Not at all.
yeah.
So when you're working with somebody, obviously you're going to do it different than I do it. So are you kind of teaching your sales techniques and helping them fit with their personality? And I asked that because I was trained and there was a sales manager here. His name was Joel.
Okay.
And he was, you could tell, ice Eskimos type of guy, you know, and I'd go and like, this guy just got the gift of gab. And he's like, and I'd go and I would try to be like him and it would just be on my face. And finally I realized I just got to be me.
Yep.
And then it worked, you know?
Yep. You got to figure out what works for you and what doesn't. And it goes back to my wife too. Like she is very good at closing and just asking those tough questions. She's the person that has like we're sitting at soccer last night and over here you had this team that had 3 coaches that were running drills and processes and going around and doing all this stuff. And then over here you had our coach that had the girls sitting in like a circle and talking and you got girls doing cartwheels and some doing pull-ups off the thing. And she's like driving her batty. So she's the person that goes over to the coach and says, let me help you out. Yeah. That type of thing. And if I would fight that, that's me. And I'm more the guy that I will build a relationship and I will continue to work and work and work and work and work. And eventually somebody will say yes because of the relationship. She's more I'm going to go close somebody one time. Yep. See what I mean? The difference there. But if I try to be like her, it's not going to work. And if she tries to be like me, that's the adage of meeting people where they're at. Just like you did with him. Yeah. If you consistently wanted to be like him, you're not going to be you. And it's not going to work. It's just not. You can take up bits and pieces. Sure. I will. But yeah, not all of it. Yeah. Take what you need and leave the rest. Yeah. Basically. Yeah.
I like it. Anything else you want people to know about your company or yourself?
Oh, man. I would just say, and I wholeheartedly believe this, if you do not have somebody in your corner helping you, you're doing yourself a disservice. And I have a coach. He's from Milwaukee. And that came about just by us having a conversation. And I said, can you do that for me? It wasn't about how much it costs and all the shiny bells and whistles and videos. It's the conversations that you have and the accountability. And that's what I would say. If you want help in your business or just want to have a conversation that may help you, what I see so often is people don't have their goals. And even if they have their goals, they might write them down January 1st, and then they don't look at them again until the end of the year. Yeah. And when you take those and like I just had this call yesterday on how to reverse engineer and break these things down to he's a leader from Prudential in Indiana. And we just broke down like even something as simple as taking golf lessons, getting his CLU, spending time with his family, doing vacations. Like we broke it down to put it on his calendar. So now his mind's wrapped around it, where the majority of the population that I have seen does not do that. Okay. And that's what I want people to know, that you might, and I don't want this to sound bad again, you might think that you know until you start talking to somebody that hears it from you and can pinpoint the things that you need help with. Okay. That's going to lead you to where you want to get. So that's the one thing I would tell people. Find somebody that's going to help you and believe in you.
Got it.
Yeah.
Do you feel you turn into kind of HR too?
At times. Yeah.
People probably call you and they're like, well, I got this going on. And what do you know?
Well, like this guy, they just redid their whole like commission structure there. And he's got all these advisors that go, you get it. Like if you took a 30% change in your structure right now, what do you think your salespeople would do?
Exactly.
So you got to talk through that. And I tell them, if you need to talk, I'm not a lawyer. Like we charge monthly, but if you need to talk through something, call me.
Sure.
We'll figure it out. And then at least you have that you can take and go here and you've practiced it and walked through it instead of just trying to wing it is what it is. Yeah. And that's a lot of the stuff that you build a process around too, that there's somebody there to help you with that. So
got it.
Yeah. It's funny.
Another family question. So well, how old are your kids?
So I got remarried. So I have a 19.
Okay.
And then I have a 10 and a 4. So
with Jenny, 10 and 4 with Jenny?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm here. Yeah.
Okay. So You're the gas pedal, she's the brake. How do you guys bring that together? Because you guys are coaches. How do you guys bring that together with parenting?
Gosh.
And how does that work? How does that dynamic work?
I would say that I'm the gas pedal. It's funny. It kind of flip-flops when it comes to family.
Okay.
I'm the gas pedal at work. Like I go all out. And she's more the let's put things in process at work. And then at night, I would say I'm probably more the patient one, if you will, because I had the 19-year-old. So I've been through, well, now having the 4-year-old, it's right. It's just constant is all it is. But
sure.
It's hard to explain, man. It's just, we work really well together. We don't really argue, and it's not because we don't care. It's because we talk about things. We're consistently, we know that we are, as much as our kids are obviously important and uber important, we know that they're going to grow up someday. And they're going to constantly grow up. So we have to pour into each other. And that's something she's really good at as well, is she will plan date nights and trips and things we do together and what have you that keeps us with that bond.
Yeah.
And we, even if there's a little dynamic twist of maybe we get frustrated or something like that, I've learned that we just separate because we're both kind of A personalities. So you separate yourself from it and come back to it and realize what's important. Is this thing that we're maybe arguing about as important as us? And the answer is always no.
For sure.
It never is. So that's what I've come to find out over time. That's what keeps us making it simple. And her office is upstairs and mine's downstairs. So that helps too at the same time.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah. But with kids, it's just patience.
Sure.
It is. I mean, you get it. How do kids spell love? It's Time. And the more time you spend with them is the better it gets.
Yeah. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, this was fun.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for coming on.
Yeah.
And that's a wrap, folks. A huge thank you to our incredible guests and, of course, All Weather Roof for making this podcast possible. If you enjoyed these conversations as much as we did, don't forget to hit subscribe and share the chills with your fellow business aficionados. Remember, it's not just about business, it's personal, and it's all about the people. Stay inspired, chase those dreams, and let the chills guide you. Till next time, this is Brent, signing off from the Chills Podcast. Catch you on the flip side.